You have the option to have as many messages post per day as you want. That's controlled by you. You can determine, I only want one post to go out per day, I want two, I want three, etc. This is a completely new solution. We wanted to take away all the confusion, and we wanted to free you guys up to have more time to do what really matters in social media, which is engaging with your customers, giving you more time to have that one-on-one interaction, reply to their questions, give them your expertise, and not spend so much time going, oh, what do I post? Where do I find a great picture to go with this? All of that. We're doing the heavy lifting. We're selecting the content and putting it on your page for you. So how does this benefit you? Like I said, you don't need to spend time finding something to post every day, which is great. And you can still, and you should, add your own posts. There's great stuff that's going to be relevant just to your clients that's specific to your agency. And we don't want to discourage you from doing that. That's a great complement to these general posts that we're going to be scheduling for you. You also don't have to worry about spending time finding images that are safe to use. I know you guys have heard that just going to the internet and grabbing images and using them is not a good idea. So we kind of take that fear away too, also from us selecting the images, making sure that there's the rights to use that and all of that. Your customers will also see relevant and interesting content from you showing up on Facebook every day. So that gives them the chance to see something new and interesting related to travel. Again, ESP is a great addition to your existing social media efforts. Some of you might ask about privacy and security. In the ESP application process, you approve access for our application to post to your Facebook page. You don't give anybody your username and password, all of that, so it's all controlled by you, just allowing access to that one application for this one purpose. There's no downloading of client lists or contact information. We don't want any access to that. We want you to have access to that. We want you to talk to your clients. So your next question is probably, what type of content will we be posting for you? And there's a variety of it, from fun questions to travel tips, travel-related quotes, destination information, which we'll do a variety of, close-to-home destinations, more exotic, faraway destinations. Did you know tips? Did you know today is National Cotton Candy Day, and tie that into amusement parks or something like that. Seasonal, National Day. Again, today is National Solo Vacation Day. Posts around that. Information about the other aspects of travel. It's not just getting there, and it's not just the destination, but there's food, there's wine, there's sightseeing opportunities, there's festivals, and all of these can be unique to each destination. So we put that together and share that also. Fun posts related to travel and selected travel promotions. Now these promotions are only for your preferred suppliers, and all of the call to actions go back to your agency. So if we post a promotion, there'll be a Contact Us button on that promotion, and that Contact Us will go right back to you. So we want to talk a little bit about our beta group and what happened during the beta test we've been doing for the last 8 months or so of this product. We have a wide range of agencies in our beta test group. One of them has about 100 fans, and another has over 11,000. So it's pretty big difference in size there. They got an average views per post between 28 and 388. Average 2 comments per post, average 1 to 5 shares, and 1 to 23 likes. And during the beta test, the participating agencies each increased the number of their fans by over 10%. So that's huge. That's telling you that the people who are interacting with this are also doing some sharing and bringing them in new clients to their page. So I'm sure you're excited to see what these posts look like. So I have some that I want to show you today. And as we said, we can change the preferences at any time, and you can opt out of any post. You get several days to preview it. And here are some examples of question posts. So this is one. What do you think? Is it time for the beach? This post got 26 shares and 94 likes on one of our beta testers pages. So that's pretty good. Here's another question. If price is no object, which would you choose? Europe versus Caribbean. 17 comments and 21 likes. One of the things I wanted to point out is comments can sometimes be more valuable than shares, because those are people who are specifically taking an action to start talking to you and start a conversation. So we always like to see when that happens because that means that the clients are trying to reach out to their agency, trying to ask questions, trying to connect with them better. So that's always a great opportunity for you to be able to go on and respond and talk to them a little more about that, answer questions. Another one that's got 9 shares and 54 likes, 10 shares and 49 likes. And this was a question related to Trivia Day. We posted this on National Trivia Day, and it generated a huge amount of views for one of our beta test agencies, more than they had gotten on any other post. So that was great to see. So let's take a look at some of the travel quotes posts. So here's one that you can look at, and then this got a lot of shares and likes. And this one actually started a really great discussion and was one of the most commented posts that one of our beta testers had ever had. They were doing a group cruise to Venice later in the year, and so one of their clients had asked a question about that, and then the agency got a chance to respond and to talk about Venice and talk about what was going to be happening during their group cruise and get a chance to promote that organically without being promotional and salesy, just through a post talking about Venice. So that's another great opportunity that these posts give you. And again, this is another great post. It generated the most views, both viral and organic, for any post ever for one of our beta testers. That was really great to see. So let's look at some destination information posts. So this one got 5 shares and 22 likes, and it's destination information. It shows you a nice picture, it gives you a little bit of details about the destination, what you can do there. Everybody loves beaches. This was a really popular post. I was not at all surprised by that because everybody wants to, sit here and relax and enjoy that great beach. So it's good to see that confirmed. This one got another lot of shares, bunch of likes. Great waterfall picture. Nice underwater Bora Bora picture. Everybody likes to see those. And then this was more of an exotic type of destination post, and so it was good to see that that also got a lot of shares because people are interested in destinations, maybe even if they're not intending on going there right away, they still like to see, where they could go and think about it. Another great destination post talking about Cleopatra Island in Turkey. Another great beach scene. These are always popular. And another post that had a ton of views for one of our beta testers, the most they'd seen of any post. So let's look at some did you know type of posts. These always seem to be really popular. Did you know? Da, da, da. People love to share this because it's just fun information that they can then turn around and share this post with their friends. So this post here was interesting. It got 10 times more viral than organic views for one of our beta testers. And what's really interesting about that is this gets you access to friends of your fans, which is a demographic that you're going to have a really difficult time reaching on your own. And these people's fans basically just got them access to that with this post. So an example of what can happen when people get really engaged with your post. A lot of shares and likes on this one as well. This was just a fun, interactive piece of trivia, and I actually didn't know this before we posted it, so that was interesting for me to learn. So let's look at some seasonal and national day posts. This is more seasonal related. This was posted when we were right in the deep of winter and everybody wanted to get away somewhere kind of tropical, so I think this resonated with a lot of people and got them to really share and like it. National Rum Day. People really liked this one also. I mean, who doesn't want to be sitting on a beautiful beach having a nice little drink out of a coconut? Happy Caribbean Day, again, another national day or holiday related that got a lot of shares. And this was more around Christmas time, so this was great. Little did you know related to also the holiday and seasonal. And National Wine Day, everybody thought that was real cute, so that was fun. And let's look at the other aspects of travel. So this one was great because it brings in the other aspects of travel and it asks a question, so it gets people engaged with you and answering that. So another type, would you like to have breakfast with a view here? What would you have? Again, getting people to interact with you a little bit. Here's some more just examples of other types of posts focused around food, spa, things like that. So this will just give you kind of an idea of the types of things that those are. So let's look at some fun posts. This is fun just because it's not promoting anywhere specific, and everybody can just kind of relate to that and go, oh, you know what? I would really like to go somewhere today, and I think that's why it got so many shares and likes. Same kind of thing as this. This was another one we did in the winter. TGIF, everybody's always glad when it's Friday, so these posts always tend to be real popular. You know, nice beach. Everybody wishes they were heading off there for the weekend. Another remember to explore post. One just generally about travel, and you can see, you know, imagine yourself sitting here at this lovely sunset, some fruit, some wine, some cheese. So promotional and supplier branding posts. These are the last ones I want to talk about, and these are where you're going to have the opportunity to make sure that these are only for your preferred suppliers, and again, all of the links will go back to you and your agency. So let's take a look at this. We have a nice photo, we have a little blurb talking about the UK, and then we have a link to this agency site to view that specific promotion. Another one from Paul Gauguin. Again, Paul Gauguin was a preferred for this agency, so this post came through. It's going to take them back to the landing page just specific to them with a call to action. And this is more of an example of a branding post from a supplier. There's no promotional element associated with it. It's just a nice photo showing Avalon, showing kind of the suites on their ship and getting people interested in it. It's got a nice little quote. This one's from Cosmos. It's just has their branding on it, but it's just a question, which is the most romantic city. So this is kind of combining the questions along with a supplier post. So I wanted to give you another special sneak peek of some upcoming posts just to kind of get an idea of what else we're working on. So here's an example of a more exotic type of post, like Galapagos. And then a close to home. We're talking about Montana showing a nice sunset. Maybe somebody wants to take a vacation, but they don't want to go quite so far. Give them a nice option. Here's an example of just a fun post, parking lot, Hawaii style. They have all the surfboards stored there. And this is an example of a sightseeing opportunity or a landmark, like we were talking about the other aspects of travel. This is getting people excited on, you know, what else could I do there? So talking about a beach in South Africa where there's a colony of penguins. People might be really interested in that and going, oh yeah, I'm planning on going there. This would be something that I really want to see when I'm there. Another food-oriented post talking about Tahiti. This one has a link to a recipe. This is going to an outside site, but it's a site that doesn't have any ads for travel in any way. They have ads for like cookbooks and aprons and things like that, but there's nothing that would, you know, take your customer anywhere you wouldn't want them to go. So what's next? If you're really interested, this is the process. Sign up, and we'll keep in communication with you. You can stay updated and see some post examples. And then once we're completely ready in a couple weeks here, you'll just complete 2 simple steps. We'll have a series of profile questions for you to fill out. And then you authorize ESP to post on your behalf through Facebook. Then once you're registered, then all you do is, you know, once a week, once every few days, just log in, take a look at the posts that are scheduled, say, oh, you know what, let me see what this is. Okay, maybe that's not really so interesting. Then you can remove it. Otherwise, if you just don't do anything, they're just going to go for you. And then just monitor your Facebook page. See if people are commenting, asking you questions, things like that. Respond to their questions, interact. If we make a post that's particularly interesting or fits into your specialty, there's always the opportunity for you to go on there and make a comment yourself. Add some additional information as a comment. You know, hey, we were just there. We stopped at this great cafe down the street from this monument. We'd really recommend you go there. You know, any of that kind of stuff is really great. It helps that sense of engagement with your clients. So let's talk about pricing. So if you are a Passport Online customer using our Nextletter Vacation Port products, we're making this available to you for free. If you're not, it's just $15 a month, which is still a great price to have all of this content going out on your behalf for you. So if you'd like to get signed up, you can email us at esp@passportonlineinc.com. We'll send you an initial registration form that'll just ask you some kind of basic information. What's your name? What's your agency name, etc. Then once we're ready to launch, we'll send you a profile registration link where you can go on, fill out the rest of your information, and then you can complete the piece to allow ESP to have access to post to Facebook on your behalf, and you'll be ready to go. So I went through this pretty quick because I wanted to give you guys a lot of time to ask questions because I know there usually are. So at this point, I'd love to hear your questions.
Thank you, Sarah. That was fantastic. This looks like a really wonderful tool. And speaking of going through it quickly, Rob wants to know if there's a place to view the slides again. Is it posted online, or is there some place to see these examples again?
I can send the PowerPoint to anybody who would like it. So I don't know if they
Okay,
can
that's
send you
fabulous. We have.
like a note, Sandy, or something, and then I can just email it to them.
Okay, that sounds great. Gordon wants to know, when you say a page, do you mean a profile or a business page?
A business page. Facebook is really cracking down on
Okay.
people doing business as their profile. So we just went ahead and said, you know what, no, we're just going to make sure that everybody posts as their business page.
Okay, excellent. And Beatrice would like to know if they can choose these posts according to their niche, and does everybody have the same posts that they can choose from?
In our second phase, we will be making available some more like destination, or not destination, I'm sorry, like niche specialty type of preferencing. That's not going to be available initially at launch. Everybody will have access to the same post, but as time goes on, there'll be more of that segmentation happening. But keeping in mind, since some of
Okay,
these will be supplier posts, not everybody's going to have exactly the same post because not everyone sells the same suppliers. So.
okay. I'm just looking at the questions because a lot of them have to do with the same things. Mary wants to know, if an agent participates, does permission to use the images extend for use in their newsletters or websites?
They do not. So I would make sure that you guys don't copy them to anything else because they're specifically licensed for use on social media.
Okay, that's good. Judy would like to know if you can choose the preferred suppliers that are posted and what goes into that.
You absolutely can. If you're a Nextsite or Vacationport customer, we already have your preferences on file. If you're not, there'll be just another interface you'll be able to go into and make that happen.
And these posts are the same for everybody, or are they customized in some way? And can you add your own comments to them?
So the posts are going to be generally the same for everyone in the sense of the content of the post. They will have some amount of customization on some of them in the sense that they'll insert your agency name or phone number, things like that, where it makes sense, and the links will be custom to you as far as the landing page goes. Now, once the post gets to Facebook, you can always go in there, you can edit the post, you can add additional information if you want, or what I would encourage you to do is to just go on there once that post is made and add additional information as a comment, because that's going to show more activity on that post. It's going to get more people more likely to also comment if you already are.
Okay, that makes sense. Kathleen is looking ahead and wants to know if you will be adding Twitter or Pinterest to this program.
We will be adding another social media network after we launch with Facebook, but we have not yet determined which one that's going to be. So I would actually encourage you guys, any of you that sign up for this, to kind of let us know what your next network that you'd like to see is, because we haven't completely decided, because we wanted to see what was going to be the most beneficial to a majority of our agents. We don't want to do Twitter if everybody's using Pinterest, and like the reverse, we don't want to do Pinterest if everybody's using Twitter. So we want to hear from you as far as which one you'd find the most beneficial.
Okay, and when we're at the end of the questions, remind everybody that you do have a slide up with your contact information. So if anyone wants to get in touch with you with questions, the slide is right there. Gloria wants to know how this program compares with your Agent Social Link product.
That's a great question. So these products are actually complementary. So Agent Social Link is designed to present you with content options that you go in and you proactively choose what to send out. Now this is sort of the opposite. It's a push. It's designed with this is what's going to go out if you don't do anything. So this is kind of the automatic component. And you could use Agent Social Link in conjunction with that by seeing, what's scheduled already for you with ESP, and then also using content within Agent Social Link to make your own custom posts as a supplement to these.
Okay, that sounds great. And question about multiple posting. Is posting multiple times a day overwhelming to people who are going to be reading these social network sites?
So one of the things to keep in mind is that Facebook does not necessarily show every post you make to every one of your fans. So even though you're posting 3 times a day, your fans may only see one of those posts per day, or they may only see something once per week. Facebook has a really complicated algorithm that basically says, what is this person looking at their news feed going to find the most interesting and relevant out of all these thousands of things I could potentially show them? So posting multiple times per day isn't necessarily going to be irritating to people. I mean, I would discourage you from posting like 20 or 30 times a day because that would just be overwhelming. But, 3 to 5 times a
Right.
day is spaced out over a few hours is great. And, you might end up getting a higher likelihood of getting someone who hadn't seen any of your other posts just based on the time of day. Some people check Facebook, first thing in the morning, right when they get up. Some people are more active around noon. Some people are more active in the evening. And so a post that's happened more recently is more likely to show up to them also. So if you post something at 6 in the morning, somebody who doesn't log in until, late in the evening may not see that because it may be so far in their news feed that they never even get down to it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You mentioned that Passport Online subscribers get this for free. Lydia wants to back up for a second, and could you give a short explanation of what is Passport Online?
Sure. So Passport Online provides website solutions for the travel industry. So we have 2 main website products. We have our content-only product, which is if you've already got a website that you have yourself or a web developer or someone working on for you and you just want supplier content for that, you would use our Vacation Port product. If you need a full new website or you don't have a website at all, then there is our Next Site product. And what that is it's all of the supplier content plus the tools to build your website.
Fantastic. Gordon would like to know, when is the launch expected for this ESP program?
The launch is expected for everyone on May 1st. We're going to be doing kind of a soft launch, so we'll be slowly rolling some people out a little bit before that. But May 1st, we're going to start sending out people their logins and getting them enrolled and signed up and ready to go.
And so there's no charge for people who are already using Passport Online.
Correct, yeah.
Is that right?
That is
Okay.
correct.
We're getting quite a few requests for this PowerPoint. I want to suggest that anyone who wants a copy of it, please send an email to Joni Ogg, and she will take care of it for you. Joni, Joanie, at joniogg.com. So it's JOANIE at JOANIEOGG.com. And Joni will be happy to supply Sarah with your email addresses, and she can send out the examples that she showed on this webinar. Can agencies in Canada benefit from ESP also, Sarah?
They absolutely can. The only things that will be generally U.S.-centric will be some of the promotions, and even that, some of the vendors will have U.S. and Canadian pricing in our system, so there's no reason you can't take advantage of that. The worst case is you just might opt out of some of the promotions, but all of the other content is completely fine for use in Canada.
Okay, excellent. I'm just looking through the questions. There are quite a few questions. Is this let me see. Francis wants to know if this offer is only for beta test or if it will be in general release.
As far as being free to Passport Online customers, or the pricing?
Is this product being beta tested at the moment, or is it ready and
Oh, it's
will it
being
be
beta tested right now,
released
but we'll be ready to launch on the 1st. So you'll be basically ready to go in May.
Okay, and Gordon would like to know if he has two business pages, can he share these posts between the two pages?
It's a great question. So we would actually need you to set up two profiles. So what we do is your first profile is included with your basic package. So it's either the basic package is either free or $15 a month. If you have another page you want, it's just $1 for another profile. So it would either cost him $1 or $16, so it's fairly inexpensive.
Okay, excellent. Gordon wants to know if these posts can be boosted on Facebook.
You absolutely can. Once the post has been sent to Facebook, you can absolutely go on there and do any of the Facebook boosts or anything like that with it that you'd like to.
Excellent. Okay, and we are being asked to repeat the email address for those who would like to see this presentation. It's Joanie, Joanie, at JoanieOgg, that's JoanieOgg.com. And Jane wants to know if agents can leave this program if they feel it's not working the way they want it to work for their business model.
Absolutely. We want you to love this product, and we want you to stay because you want to. We don't want to force you to. So you can cancel at any point. We are not going to make you stay. If you don't find it valuable, then we want to know why you don't find it valuable, and we want to do a better job. So absolutely.
Okay, that's a good point. And Patty wants to know if you could give her a brief explanation of what boosting a Facebook page means, what that is.
Sure. That's all part of Facebook's paid platform. So what you can do is you can pay Facebook a small amount of money, and then you can get that post to show to more people. It will basically act like a sponsored post, for lack of a better word. So it's just a way to get more people to see your post.
Okay. And we've had a couple of questions again about pricing, if the service is free. And I know you said it's free for Passport Online users. And is there a pricing structure you can repeat for non-Passport Online users?
Sure. It's $15 a month if you're not a Passport Online customer. And then again, for both customers and non-customers, it's just $1 extra for each additional profile per page. So if you have two different pages, then it would just be one more dollar. And one thing I want to point out about that is the great thing about that and having multiple pages is that those can be independent. So you can have a post go to one page and not go to another. So if you had a Europe page and a Caribbean page, you could opt out of posts on your Europe page, but still have those those posts go to your Caribbean page. So it doesn't mean because you opt out of a post, it's not going to go to any of your pages. They're all treated independently, so you get full control over that.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Having a couple of questions about Facebook on here, but I want to sort of stick to ESP. The other question I would like to ask is how would agents benefit from likes and comments on posts from people who aren't fans of these
So the
images?
reason that you benefit from likes and comments from non-fans is because let's say a fan of your page comments on something. Now, everybody that's a friend of theirs has the potential to see that that individual made a comment on this post. So that means you can potentially pick up new clients from that. Somebody going, oh, I was looking for an agent, and my friend Susan here has just commented on this agency's post, and that's her travel agency. Let me go, like them and kind of see what they're doing. Now, when that person likes or comments on it, now you have the potential for your post to be seen by everyone in their friend circle, in their news feed. So it's getting you that kind of 6 degrees of separation and getting you another step away to reach people who are vaguely connected to you, but not exactly, so you can share some sort of connection with them and they can kind of see, oh, well, somebody I know trusts these people. So
Excellent.
hopefully that makes sense.
Joy wants to know, well, it did to me. I hope it did to our listeners. Joy wants to know if one of the niches that you have is related to weddings and destination weddings and honeymoons.
It is. That's actually one of the things that I've been working on, is coming up with some ideas for what types of posts will be interesting to that. again, we really want this product to be successful for our agents. So as we go on and as we get into the point where we're doing like post segmentation and things like that, we definitely want to hear from the agents as far as what's working and what's not, or if you have ideas, you know, like we really like these posts, but they'd be better if da 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 da. So we want to encourage you guys when you're using this product to, you know, don't be shy. Tell us what you need. We want to hear it. So we may not be able to do it right away, but we definitely want to hear it so that we can make this great for everybody.
Jeff wants to know if you're thinking of offering a service where you help agents set up these Facebook pages, Facebook business pages.
You know, I don't know that it's anything we had thought of necessarily, but that's a good point. You know, you could probably email us and talk to Cynthia in the sales department. She might have some ideas. She may know of, you know, people who are doing that too.
Connie wants to know if you have a niche for African safaris. And speaking of which, where can agents go to see exactly what kinds of niches and preferred suppliers you do have available?
The preferred suppliers will be on our website, which is PassportOnlineInc.com. You can click on our customers and then click on supplier partners. It'll give you a full list. As far as the niche or specialties that we have, I don't have that list completely finalized yet. I do know that honeymoon, destination wedding, safaris, river cruises, and there was one other one that is escaping me right now, are definitely on the list, but I don't have what the rest of that is going to look like yet.
Okay, and at some point in the future that will be available for people considering.
Exactly. Once we have that list finalized, we'll have it on the ESP product page on our website. But for right now, we will have some of those types of posts just mixed in. So we've done a few kind of safari posts and a few sort of romance or honeymoon type posts. So.
Right, right. And do existing Passport Online customers need to sign up for ESP service, or does it become available to them automatically, or how will that work?
It's complimentary, but you do have to take some action to sign up for it. You just also need to email us at esp@passportonlineinc.com, and we'll send you an informational form that'll just ask you just a couple questions that we need. And then once we launch, then we'll just send you your login, and you'll be able to get in and finish filling out your profile.
Okay, fantastic. That takes care of just about all of the questions. I want to remind you that Sarah's information is on the screen right now, so you can call or go to the website and get more information. And I want to thank Sarah Baumann from Passport Online very much for this wonderfully informative webinar. I learned a lot. I'm sure everybody else did too, and this sounds like a wonderful product. And thank you to everyone for being here, and we will see you next time. Take care. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.